standing in the rain with his head hung low. Couldn't get a ticket, it was a sold-out show. Heard the roar of the crowd, he could picture the scene. Put his ear to the wall, then like a distant scream, he heard one guitar.
And now, the Riverdale Carnival presents the Archies.
Take care of the kissing booth while we're singing, Sabrina.
Okay, everybody, here we go with our new hit record, Sugar, Sugar!
Sugar, oh honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you, honey, oh sugar, sugar. sugar. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. I just can't believe the loveliness of loving you. I just can't believe it's true. I just can't believe the wonder of this feeling too. I just can't believe it's true. Ah, sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Oh, honey. Oh, sugar, sugar. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. When I kissed you, girl, I knew how sweet a kiss could be. I know how sweet a kiss can be. Like the summer sunshine, pour your sweetness over me. Pour your sweetness over me. Oh, sugar, sugar on me, honey. Pour little sugar on me, baby.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pour little sugar on me. Oh, yeah. Pour little sugar on me, honey. Pour little sugar on me, baby.
I'm gonna make life so sweet.
Yeah. Pour little sugar on me, honey. Ah, sugar. Honey, honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Oh, honey, sugar, 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 you are my candy girl.
Just leave the driving to me.
Then look out for the side company! Yipes! They're still behind us! Step on it, sis!
gas shop. Hurry up, they're here. All set, I hope? I'm not. I'm scared.
Relax. It's my plan.
I know. That's why I'm scared.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present the famous
And welcome to KBLP tonight. Yours truly, Denise Harris, with the Book Corner. And we're going to discuss comics and comic books tonight. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. We're going to talk about the Saturday morning cartoons also. I don't know about you, but what's happened to our cartoons? Seriously, I have a hard time with some of these. I really do. What, can anybody answer me? What is Uncle Grandpa? What is that? Our kids are confused enough. I don't think that's helping much, but that's me. We're going to be discussing some comic books. I grew up with comic books. My mom used to get them for my dad all the time, and we weren't allowed to read them until Dad was finished with them. So we'd be like, Dad, did you read them? Dad, did you read them? Hurry up. The Archies, of course, which I played Sugar Sugar, and I'll play that again later. You gotta love it. Good times, right? Casper the Friendly Ghost, Hot Stuff, the Little Devil, Wendy the Good Witch, just all kinds. So we're going to discuss those tonight. The origin of comic books is actually it started. It has some origins in 18th century Japan and 1830s Europe, but were first popularized in the U.S. during the 1930s. So that's interesting. And the first modern comic book, Famous Funnies, was released in the United States in 1933 and was a reprinting of earlier newspaper humor comic strips. You remember the Sunday paper and the comics? Oh, we couldn't wait to get those. Again, we had to wait till Dad was done. So it was like, hurry up so we could all read them. I had two brothers, so it got pretty interesting. So it was a reprinting of the earlier newspaper humor comic strips, which had established many of the storytelling devices used in comics. The term comic book derives from American comic books, once being a compilation of comic strips of humorous tone. This practice was replaced by featuring stories of all genres. Comic books, they're reliant on their organization and appearance. Authors largely focus on the frame of the page, size, and panel position, so you could follow the story, obviously. These characteristics of comic books are necessary in conveying the content and messages. Of course they are. The key elements of comic books include panels, balloons, or speech bubbles. Good thing we don't have those in real life. Yeah, that would not be a good thing, I don't think. And the tale has an origin path and pointed direction. American comic books have existed in America since the printing of The Adventures of Mr. Obadiah Oldbuck in 1842 in hardcover. Go figure that one. Making it the first known American prototype comic book. Proto-comics periodicals began appearing early in the 20th century, with historians generally citing Dell Publishing. 36-page Famous Funnies. Yeah, Dell Publishing. They were good for their comic books. A Carnival of Comics as the first true American comic book. Goulart, for example, calls it the cornerstone from one of the most lucrative